update number one that they have done is basically how you're able to have custom properties for contacts and other records, and even like list properties so you can organize them and tag them in certain ways. You can now do this in workflows. So before, you had to just organize your workflows in folders, and then they came out with subfolders. Anything other than that, you had to have a special naming convention. So we had some clients who have multiple lines of their businesses and so many workflows automating things. And the way that they had to organize it was by naming in the workflow name the line of business this was relevant to. So instead, you can create custom property fields and just tag them for your line of business or the type of workflow it does. So what we've done was give you an example of, we have created a custom property called type of workflow purpose. So, and where you can go to do this is in your regular settings gear for your properties. Like you would go to create a property itself, or you'll see right here, edit properties. If I click that, it'll take me to the area where we can manage the workflow properties. So this is another workaround to getting you there. And basically the experience of creating a workflow property is exactly the same as creating any other custom properties in your HubSpot portal. So if you go to your properties area, if it happens to be on contacts, just drop down right here to the very end where it says workflow properties, and then you can create from here. So this is brand new, and people are really excited about this because you can just organize. And then also with the new layout of it is, if you're familiar with filter views with your lists or contacts, companies and deals, you'll see that this is the same type of experience. So you can have advanced filters based off of the property fields that you're creating and save these views to have as tabs that you can come back to.
That is a game changer for anybody who has pages and pages of workflows. And we have some clients that have that. And there are times when it's like trying to find some of the relevant workflows that need to be updated and changed. And there's so many pages worth to go through. And it's sometimes really difficult to find them all. This is a game changer. You can just tag them now and create different views. And you can, that same workflow can be in different views, because it could be, like in this case, this is internal communications, but it's also task assignment. So, what is it that this workflow does, and tag it in different ways. And then now you can find it so much easier, either by searching or creating different views.
Yep. And you'll see this is the custom property that we had created just as an example. So you could see now this is a way of saying, okay, what is the purpose of this workflow? And now we can tag that as the case. And the way that you can edit a workflow property, I'm going to click clear all. So say it's the same process of editing properties in your contacts view or your company's view. So I'm checking a box to the left-hand side, and you'll see this edit here. So this is where I'll click edit, and then now I can drop down to edit any custom workflow properties I've created. We have only created one as an example. And you'll see here that now I can edit this property and say these are for this type of workflow. And you can either replace it completely or just append it to its current values, which is the same experience as editing property values for other records. And now this is updated, and you can end up going to actions and editing columns and then adding in your custom work properties, arranging this view how you want it to be, so that you can now see basically a list of your workflows and all the relevant property you're wanting to see it on. So this is huge. You can still organize by folders. You can access your folders on the right-hand side. But this is another big update for the workflows.